So we're back at New Douglas Park for the last home game of the season, the penultimate game of the season, and we're at home to Raith Rovers. The lineup has went out, and I'm thinking due to injuries he's resorted back to his 4-3-3 that we've criticised before. So it looks like a back four possibly of Mullen, O'Reilly, Popescu and McDonald. It's either going to be Lawson or Mullen just at right back. I'm kind of hoping out of the two Lawson personally, because I believe Mullen will go into midfield as a full back, not a wing back. I can't see Mullen performing very well. So the midfield three, as I said, I'm guessing is going to be Mimno, Spence and either Mullen or Lawson, and then you've got the front three of Moyo, Brown and Smith. So it's good to see Ellis Brown and Lewis Smith get a game. It's just, you know, they're resorting back to the 4-3-3, and it may just be purely due to injuries and they have to resort back to that formation because of who's available, but it kind of changes my prediction for the game, and I know it's changed Brandon as well. I predicted a 1-0 win, he predicted a 1-each draw. It's kind of changing now to probably a Raith win. I know he's predicted a 2-1 Raith win now, and I'm probably going to be predicting the same, if not a 1-0 Raith win. So I'm interested to see how it's going and how the kind of game gets started and set up, because it's been a while since we've played this formation and we've gotten used to how we've been playing. We've gotten used to that 5 at the back, with the kind of 3 up top. The likes of Ryan obviously going to be a big miss, Andy Winter as well. So I'm interested to see kind of how we go on today. With the lineup coming out, as I said, I'm not feeling super confident, but let's hope we can still pull something off. End the season positively, get the last home game of the season, get a big 3 points. Let's do this. Let's hope we can get the win. So it's half time and it's Raith 1, Accies 0. Annoyingly, I don't even know if you'll have heard any of my first half updates because of the wind. So it was a disastrous first 10 minutes for Accies. Defence and midfield all over the joint, and Raith were just causing us issues every which way. We've kind of sorted that out and they kind of ended into the second half. Pushed Mimno further forward. Doesn't look as if we made any changes at half time, but annoyingly you won't see my initial reaction to the goal. But as I said, it was a disastrous 10 minutes and Raith kind of thoroughly deserving to be ahead. We've not threatened them really at all. Everything that we've went forward with, they've dealt with. And as I said, especially in that kind of first 10, 15, even 20 minutes, everything they threw forward, they were causing us issues with. I think a few fans have pointed out already, defensively we're a lot worse off without Brian Easton. Just his experience and his confidence and his communication in that back line is so crucial, especially with Pops and O'Reilly, who maybe aren't the most, don't have the greatest leadership qualities among them. Without Brian Easton, we do lack that in that back line. So that's been a big problem for us, and obviously missing a lot of players through injury as well. A few of them walking by me now here. Obviously missing a few players through injury doesn't help either, so it's been a disappointing first half, very disappointing first half. And I'm kind of hoping that in the second half we can at least turn it around, cause more problems, you know, be more critical, be more clinical going forward, cause them more problems, and just kind of be stronger defensively, because that's something that we're struggling with as well. Is whenever balls are coming into the box or balls going over the top, we're not dealing with them physically, or we're not quick enough to deal with the man tracking in behind. We've got a depleted squad today, but with the starting 11 that's out there, we should be at least threatening them a little bit more, and we're not doing it. So hopefully we can build on that more and have a much better second half, which is actually just kicking off. I want to get back to my seat, but really disappointing first half, and hopefully you'll be able to hear me in the second half and the wind won't be a problem. Raith have just made it 2-0. Daniel O'Reilly so easily shoved off the ball. So easily shoved off the ball. And the player just passes it behind the keeper. Getting in trouble now for celebrating in front of the Accies fans, but again it's poor. Accies not threatening. Raith break forward. Not handled by the defence. And we're 2-0 down. It's got the feeling of a kind of end of the season game, nothing to play for. No kind of energy in the team. Without Brian Easton, as I said at half time, we're looking a lot worse off. So 2-0 down at this point. Into the last 10 minutes and the game's dead basically. Brought on Sam Nicholson, Adam McGowan, just try to get the young guys some game time. Aki's not threatening, Raith really not threatening either. Game's totally dead. It's got the feeling of end of the season, nothing to play for. So get the young guys on, probably the right sub to make. Get them a chance. Fucking big this Sam Nicholson, but as Stuart Taylor was saying how physical he was midweek, but Game's done now, 2-0, 10 minutes left, that's us. Well, it's full time and it's Accies 0, Raith 2, and Raith thoroughly deserving the 3 points and the win today. I thought Accies were well off of it from the start. It just had the feel of end of the season game, nothing to play for. It just kind of had that feeling, there wasn't really any kind of fight or energy on the pitch at all. It was good to see some of the younger guys get a chance. Sam Nicholson came on, Adam McGowan as well, so it was kind of good. We kind of wanted to see the young boys get a chance. I would like to see them next week. Last game of the season I said nothing to play for. I'd like to see them maybe start, especially Sam Nicholson up top, just try something different. But today I thought we were poor. As I said, no energy. They found it easy to overrun us kind of in every area, and that's in the midfield where they just overpowered us. Obviously going forward, as I said earlier on, they caused us issues right from the get-go. And I just think everyone seemed off of it today, even like O'Reilly and Popescu, who I've praised a lot recently. They seemed off of it, they seemed complacent. It was errors or it was mistakes on their behalf that led to some of the a lot of the Raith chances, and especially to one of the goals as well. So that was obviously disappointing as well. But as I said, it just kind of got the feeling of there's nothing to play for now. We're coming to the end of the season. That's the feeling we've got, and it shouldn't be that way. We should be trying to win every game. Stuart Taylor keeps on about wanting to win every game, and while I believe that, I do think that it's got that kind of droopy feeling. I think we were not good today at all, and I don't want to use it as an excuse of it's the end of the season, nothing to play for, so obviously the energy is going to be low. I'd expect full energy every time we play, but it's just disappointing that final home game of the season we weren't able to kind of put a show on and end the season more positively. As I said, we've got one game left, so there is a chance for us to win that, but last home game of the season, it was an opportunity for the club to put an incentive to get fans in the door, and B, just to kind of create a more positive kind of atmosphere going into that final game, which will be tough. It's a long away trip to Inverness, so not great today and low energy. Let's hope that changes and we get a few players back from injury.